everybody, I'm YGOPRO Deckmaster, and I've decided to finally get these duels up that I promised I would do. It's going to be my Koa'ki Meiru Fire Fist. I got 2 duels for it. Couldn't get a match. Everybody kept rage quitting. So these are the best 2 duels I had out of the whole bunch. Sorry I didn't get them up last night. I was just so tired. Long day. So here we go. The first duel is going to be a Spirit deck versus the Koa'ki Meiru Fire Fist. Excuse me. I'm going to be playing my opponent, Modest Ralts. And let's see what happens. Starting hand for me is Reckoned Power, Diamond Core, Iron Core, Treacherous Nightmare, and Crusader. His opening hands is Rasatutsu, however you pronounce that, sorry if I butchered it, Solemn, TG Striker, Bottomless, and of course, Arkatama. Alright, let's get started with the duel, shall we? Okay. He summons Arkatama, which lets him search out Nikatama. He sets Bottomless and Solemn. Arkatama goes back to hand during the end phase. It's my go. I draw into Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Gorilla. I set 2, summon out Crusader. Of course, it gets destroyed. I have Treacherous Nightmare and Reckoned Power. He summons Nikatama, which lets him summon Arkatama, which lets him search out Fang Hong. I decided not to use the effects there because I just didn't know what was going on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and activate Diamond Core, getting me an Iron, or getting me Koa'ki Meiru Urnite. Banish it so I can summon Urnite safely, but sadly I walked right into a Solemn Warning. I'm going to upstart, get me a Tinky, which will then do a 1-for-1 for the most part, getting me another Urnite, all in my turn. He summons Nikatama, which lets him tribute for Fei Hong. Since there's a spirit on the field, he gets to draw a card, but he also gets to blow up my 2 back row. I know, I should have probably played them a little bit earlier than I did, and I kind of screwed up there. He attacks for 24, sets Creature Swap, and ends his turn. Fei Hong returns to hand. I'm going to set Mirror Force, summon Urnite, no counters. Going to get me a Crusader. Most likely attack for 41, which puts me a little bit more in the lead, but because of the 1,000 life points, it did make him a little higher than planned. I'm going to summon Tiger King from that summon because it gives me an additional plus, and he kind of pays for himself with the Tinky, which main phase 2 I'm going to activate and add Urnite to hand so that I can do all this shenanigan shit next turn. So now, regardless of what they do to Tiger King, I'm going to get a plus straight off. Special summons Striker, normal summons the Rakasa thingy-mababa, creature swaps it, gets my Tiger King, deals some damage, which kind of sucks. I didn't really want to Mirror Force my own Tiger King. I'm going to go ahead and summon Urnite, set Compulse, get Tornado. Since I don't see a way around it, Tornado will top deck, pop all that, I'll attack for 22 and 15. And that right there will be the game. And this is the main reason why I run Tornado over Ice. 2 special summon monsters, got to take them both out by just placing a card on the top of the deck. Since I couldn't really go into Tiger King, I would have been unable to search, therefore the deck wouldn't have been shuffled, and I would have drew into the Iron Core next turn, which, yeah, I could see causing a dead draw, but in the right circumstances, with a field like that, you can easily go off. Alright, let's go to the next duel. Alright. Y'all, this is going to be Wanzer versus me. His opening hands is E-Hero Call, Emergency Call, Wild Heart, Fiendish Chain, Elemental Hero Blazeman, and Polymerization. Yeah, I know, I'm thinking hero deck with Polymerization, even though Blazeman does some benefits with it, it's kind of a shitty build all the same. But it's a good match, and that's why I showed it. Whoop, something fell. Okay, I got Diamond Core, Iron Core, Urnite, Breakthrough Skill, and Gorilla. Not really the best of hands. I prefer a little more protection, but I have plenty of ways to abuse Urnite here at least. So let's see what happens, shall we? I'm going to summon Her Knight, throw Breakthrough Skill down, use Her Knight's effect, get Crusader, and most likely go straight for a Tiger King because, like I said, he pays for himself and replenishes himself easily. Getting a Tinky will allow me to go for another Her Knight for right now. I know I could have used Diamond Core, but I'm kind of saving that just in case I need to pull out a Tornado last minute or something. That way I don't have to waste my Her Knight's effect. He kills my Breakthrough Skill. He calls for 0, throws Fiendish Chain down, summons Blaze Man, which gets him Polymerization. He plays it with 0, 4-0. Attacks King. There's not really much I can do. I'm going to take 200. Now I'm kind of in a boat because with 0 out, I got no way around him without nuking my own field. Plus he has Fiendish Chain, which is a bitch. So I'm going to summon Gorilla to keep it safe, throw Bottomless down, tribute Tinky to pop his Fiendish Chain, which I'm surprised he doesn't chain at that point in time, which is a real shock. I know I'm going to take some damage here, but there ain't much I can really do. 0 attacks, summons Wildheart main phase 2 and sets form change, which, let's pause for a second. Form change, for those who don't know, target one hero fusion monster you control, return that monster to the extra deck, and if you do, special summon one extra deck masked hero monster with the same level as the original level of the return monster, but with a different name. This special summon is treated as a special summon with mass change. Figured I should read some of the cards y'all may not know, and also, just in case you didn't know, Blaze Man. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can add 1 polymerization from your deck to your hand. During your main phase, you can send 1 elemental hero from your deck to the graveyard, except elemental hero Blazeman. If you do this, card's attribute, attack, and defense become the attribute, attack, and defense of the monster sent to the grave this way until the end of the turn. If you activate this effect, you cannot special summon monsters from your extra deck, except for fusion monsters. You can only use the effect of this card once per turn, and only, effect per turn and only once that turn. I know it cuts off, but I kind of got a general notion. Alright, let's pick up. Okay, I draw into Bear, which I feel my best bet is to Bear attack, Wildheart, get Tinky, pop 0, lose Bear. But he plays Mass Change, getting Dianera, or Diane, and 0's effect pops. But I managed to chain Bottomless to Diane, so Dane, I guess is how it's pronounced. So, you know, it was kind of a fair plus. He ends up bringing out 0, again with Wildheart, attacking me for 25, putting me yet in another boat, which is one thing about hero decks that can keep popping out 0. Okay, I get a Bear. Obviously, Bear cannot attack over. I'm going to go ahead and summon Her Knight, use its effect, get Crusader, because going into Kachisuchi seems like the best play to do, even though I mill 5. Their attack's the same, therefore, and then as a fact, I can detach for that as well, which will keep him alive. Going into Tornado would have not helped much at that point in time. He summons Summoner Monk, because, you know, my field would have been nuked. It goes to defense. That's great. Doesn't matter much at this point in time. I draw into Book of Moon. Set book, play Diamond Core, summon Her Knight. Go off one more time with Her Knight for the last Crusader. Gonna attack. This will get me back Tornado, just in case I need it. Attack. And attack with Kachisuchi. This way I didn't have to reveal. And they're not destroyed. Because I don't want him knowing I have a Bear in hand, just in case I have to use it last minute. He sets a Voltic, which he draws into. And it's back to my go. I draw into a Tinky. Don't really have a use for it right now, but I'm going to play it anyway. Get Wolfbark, summon Bear, tribute Tinky, pop monster, and as we know, 4 monsters in the field, that's gamed. Kachisuchi attacks, followed by Crusader, and that's all she wrote. So hopefully this gives you a general idea of how the deck works, and of course if you like, please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll put some more stuff up in the next couple days. And until then, peace out. Have a wonderful night and rock on.